Not too long ago, Rafael Dos Anjos was one of the most feared fighters at 155 pounds.
Then to which that, oh! Down goes Henderson! Rafael Dos Anjos!
This is heart against fucking skill! I'm telling you, cocksuckers!
He destroyed Nate Diaz.
An absolutely dominant performance by Rafael Dos Anjos. The best of his UFC career.
Dos Anjos will get his first title shot against Anthony Pettis and never look back. For 5 straight rounds, Anthony Pettis would have to endure brutality, a broken orbital, and a loss of bitches.
At the end of this, there was no doubt of who the new lightweight champion was going to be, Rafael Dos Anjos. Dana White was pissed.
RDA's first title defense would be against Donald Cerrone, who many thought would pose a mass amount of problems.
RDA did more damage to Cowboy's liver than alcohol ever could have. A movie would be made inspired by this fight titled Gone in 60 Seconds. His title run would come to a halt when he'd run into Eddie Alvarez, losing by KO in the first round. Then he would lose to Tony Ferguson. This would be his final fight at lightweight. RDA would move up to welterweight and discover newfound momentum, rattling off wins against TAREC SAFFIEDINE, Neil Magny, and Robbie Lawler. It was a fight that would determine who would be the next up for the title shot, Colby Covington or RDA. They went to battle for 5 rounds straight, and Colby Covington won a unanimous decision. This was RDA's first setback at welterweight. Unfortunately, it would not be his last.
As the fight progressed, the more minutes went by, the easier it was for Kamaru Usman to get the takedown, and I like what we saw inside with the body.
With 2 consecutive losses to wrestle-heavy opposition, it was doubtful that RDA would be able to overcome this obstacle in his next opponent, Kevin Lee. In a fight that was scheduled to go 5 rounds, RDA outlasted Kevin Lee and began to impose his will, submitting him in the 4th round.
You see him here, he tries to do a little bit of a push defense with the arm, and he just doesn't have the energy against the tap.
RDA re-emerged with newfound momentum. Leon Edwards and RDA have one thing in common. They like to dominate their opponents.
Just managed to get his elbow down, but then Leon Edwards backs him up against the fence and starts to pick his shots.
In fact, in his 20 career professional fights, he's only tasted defeat 3 times. He is on a 7-fight winning streak and hasn't lost in over 3 years. With a common loss between the both of them against current welterweight champion Kamaru Usman, the question remains, who will get their rematch? We will find out July 20th.